Hello, my name is Zombie Zero. Welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations. In the previous session, we went to court in a retrial to not have Megan Bird be guilty twice of murder. And we barely managed to avoid that. Just barely. We also went into a little... We went a little bit into the investigation for the day after. We stopped at a very interesting turn of events. Other than Armstrong getting blackmailed by someone from Tenderlander, it appears that our victim, Glenn Elg, may have also taken a loan from Tenderlander, and we are on our way to go to there to see what to expect. I did want to, unfortunately, I did want to go back to show Armstrong that apology thing, maybe. I've already been given 3 copies of the thing. And then we'll make our way over to the Tenderlander. That's across Vitamin Square. That is true. My bases are broken all the time. Bought new ones the next day after the accident. They wouldn't let me put on the tail because of that investigation. Okay, so that was true. Okay, let's get out of. We have plenty of time cross-examining Armstrong when the people came to make an offer he can't refuse, or something along those lines. Vitamin Square. I don't see any sign of Mr. Kudo, do you? Maybe he went to buy another ton of bird seeds. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be here anyway. At least, not for now. Besides, any more seeds today, I'm liable to turn into a real phoenix. Well, I seen a certain thing that... Well, not a certain thing, but a certain description of a thing Armstrong told us about, and we examined this before in the past. Hey, check this out. I wouldn't get too close to that if I were you, otherwise you might be in for a shock. My phony must be lurking someplace nearby. Just imagine, a tiger loose in the city. Meanwhile, the real phoenix is like an abandoned chick lost in a vast urban jungle. Nani? Also, legend, you're first today. Congrats. Don't worry. Someday you'll grow up and become a ferocious tiger too. Don't lose hope. Why is she trying to pep talk me into becoming my phony? Okay. To the Tenderlander. Winter compromise. This place gives off a very strange vibe, doesn't it? Well, looks like the tiger is in its lair. And that is, as they say, a very good thing. Go. Talk about a creepy voice. It makes your soul want to just shrivel up and die. Welcome. You're here to discuss a loan? No, not exactly. The manager is away at the moment. Wait quietly, please. She's gone, just like that. Guess we'll have to just come back another time. But this is a perfect opportunity, Nick. Place to raise suspicion. Come on, Nick. Let's take a look around, okay? Do you think it'll be okay? Of course. No one ever know. Coffee. Yep. I'll leave it here for you to enjoy quietly. Yes, thank you. Do not touch the desk, please. Nick, let's get out of here. And now she wants to get out of here. I'll leave the desk for last then, if that's the case. What's this? It's a punching bag. Yeah, Hazard. Well, come on in. Just got started, so we're gonna be looking at a number of things before I imagine our Xeno shows up to surprise us, probably. What? No way. You wouldn't catch me walking around with a bag like that. What do you mean walking around? The design's gross to start with, and it's way too heavy to be practical. And why is it called a punching bag? Don't people know mystery bags are in? I knew it. I was right before, but back at Trispian, Paris fashion is more my thing. I really, really hope she's pulling my chain on this one. Went through compromise? I wonder what that's supposed to mean. It must mean something if they took the trouble to frame it like that. Yeah, well, it still doesn't make any sense to me. Also, give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Apologies. There was a loud noise that happened outside, and I sort of had to investigate and, you know, stream luck and all that. Let's get back to it. Gotta love distractions. That. Yep. That's standard lender's guiding principle. No? Compromise the customer to win. Oh, I see. How about you, Nick? Yeah, well, as long as we don't have to compromise my hair, I'd say we're okay. And that's one slogan. That's one slogan no business owner should ever explain to their customers. Ew. Let's see. That round thing's called a Jorumba, I think. I figured I'd read a book or two and be more cultured, in case you're wondering. You mean you are making stuff up or change? I bet he also didn't know that no matter what, he'll always write himself. Go on, Nick, give him a good shove. Only if I feel like dying. Now this yellow thing? It's a Japanese chess piece. I think it's a king. Not that I'm an expert or anything. I'm more of a reversey person, you know. Well, assuming she knows what she's talking about, these aren't exactly your typical mobster wannabe items. They're not trophies, are they? Hey, there's a piece of paper sticking up from under here. A repair bill? Looks like he did some repair work on his car. Does he even have one? 15,000 to replace a bumper and a light? That's insane. The car's registered to the Cadaverinis. So it's not even the Tiger's car? Why would somebody else's repair bill be in the Tiger's office? Plot thickens. Hey, look at this artisan style coat. It's so chic. It's more like a pimp coat to me. Guess I haven't got an eye for fashion. Hey, look at this. This suit's the same color as the one you wear, Nick. The same color as my suit? Yeah. Keep your voice down, Maya. And Nick, gotta take a look at some cake. Eat. I'll just leave it here for you. Yeah, sure. Thanks. Just wait here quietly. Otherwise... Sure. You hear that, Nick? Wait quietly, she said. Yeah, sure. I have my eye on you. Only so I can take care of you. Understand? I'm scared, Nick. So what were we getting so excited about before? Look, on the lap of the suit. That's an attorney badge. Is the tiger a lawyer? No, look at this thing. It's made of paper. It's a paper badge. We had a card run printed and painted to look authentic. For some reason your badge looks really cheap to me, Nick. I would recognize an obviously fake badge when I see one. Oh no, somebody dropped the ashtray on the floor. It's gonna be a nightmare to clean up. Yeah, it's all over the rug and everything. I accidentally knocked over a really big space heater once. Cleaning up was such a pain. It was one of those super antiques where you had to burn a ton of charcoal. I should imagine knocking one of those over. Aren't they supposed to be super heavy? Oh hey, there's a book of matches here too. Matches out. Places don't give these out much out nowadays. Wait a sec. What is it? Oh, look what's printed on the cover. It says Stress Bien. Matches used for advertising, found line and tender lender. Could come in handy. Might be able to actually maybe able to use them. I had a pilot for the office boiler keeps going out. Swing and a miss, Maya. Swing and a miss. Okay. When someone tells you to not touch something, you must therefore touch it. It's one impressive desk and one impressive rug. It's solid gold, Nick. Gold. Just look at that shine. Only real gold shines like that. Would you really want such a shiny desk, though? I don't know, but let's see what I'd like to say at a solid gold desk. Wow, I'm completely dazzled. Well, that's because it's completely dazzling. I can see up my nose in the reflection. That's gotta be really distracting. So the desk isn't practical. No surprise there. There's a CD player in the desk, but the desk is so loud. So wonder you can hear it. The lid's open. Wonder what kind of music the tiger's into. Have you finished the coffee? Yep. Yes, thanks. It was, lovely. So, you drank it all? You touch anything else that doesn't belong to you, it's always another cup. Coffee is laced with something. I'm almost sure of it. Nick, my stomach. It's killing me. Oh, wait. Maybe it was just a burger I ate for breakfast. Sure hope so. Better take a look at the CD while we're still alive and have a chance. Nani? Nani, it's not the Rocco soundtrack, is it? Claw the Tiger? It's a demo CD. The artist's name has been handwritten on a disc and pen. MC Bomber. And Nani? Must be the CD Maggie tells us about. Let's listen to it. I bet it's heavy metal. Oh, wait, I will make us drink more coffee if we do. Like to say for the record, I did not that auto scroll by itself for the record. And my controller also shook every single time. The more you know. Yep. Come on from under the desk, Baya. Well, I guess I was right. What are you two stupid around my office for? Nothing, we're just... Precious carpet, he's got ash on my rug. I'm gonna wish your ugly feet never came to my door. Also, Rebel Second, imminent John Cena's imminent. It wasn't us. Wanna argue with me? Stop what you're doing. Think you and John Cena could take me on? There's a John Cena. With a fancy tea in the pancakes and treating to my new rugs. Yeah. No. Don Tiger, you're back. Great, it's like evil seeping into your head through your ears. Yeah, it's never too late for Halloween, just like it's never too late for Christmas in July. I'm sorry, Don Tiger. I knocked over the ashtray earlier, and... Got a devilish or what? Oh, right. Huh? Forget about a file data. It's nothing. What? Nani? I ain't gonna get mad at you, but too cute here. It's so unfair. Here, have some cookies. I just baked them. You'll need some strong espresso while you're discussing your loan. Phoenix Wright. Yes? Is either crazy or just plain stupid to chase after me? I worked so hard, but now you just gotta come mess up a plan. So it was him. He's my phony. But I don't care. No one gets in my way. What? I mean, excuse me? Should have left the little girlie at home, right? Everything to ask? Yeah. Questions. This is the last time we meet. Wait, please? That was pretty weak, Nick. You waited until he was out of earshot before you shouted after him? Like you're one to talk. I didn't hear you scream hold it either. The espresso. Yep. And cookies. This woman's definitely not good for my heart. What was it the tiger called her? Valdetta? Also, Rebel Nell, that's probably a nefarious mobster's girl or something like that. So I'm kind of curious about your company, Tender Lander. With the warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business. A conscientious rate of interest, and an attractive repayment policy. But I got the feeling this sentence is not going to end well. We'll tenderly lend you that little bit of extra here at Tender Lender. Hey Nick, things are a bit tight for Ranico at the moment, aren't they? I mean, there's that $500 you owe me from our card game for starters. Why don't you take out a loan? Would I like to take out a loan from a place like this? Not so much. Tender Lender is on your side. So, let's say I'm labeled for a payment. What happens then? We'd give you more coffee. Strong coffee. Right, I think I'd rather skip town. Hey, just remember I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well? Baka. Rebel now. Although for the record, we don't know. A thoroughly bitter person. So, do you know about the incident we're investigating? What incident? Well, a man was poisoned in a restaurant just near her. That incident. Let me see. I was here that day with the manager. The manager being the tiger. Furio Tigre. Furio? Tigre? So that's where the tiger thing comes from. See, that was got a real name, Nick. Hurry up and find out more about him. Also, age 42 apparently. Can I ask about the tiger? I mean, Mr. Tigre. Cookie. Sure. How do you like my cookies? I baked them myself. Hehehe. Go ahead, Nick. Dinner's all yours. No, ladies first. No matter how I look at this, I just don't get it. What are the tiger and this scary girl doing working together? We are lovers. It's not exactly coming across in your tone of voice. Good I owe Tom Diggory my life. So why you saved me? Tiger saved you? Please, address him properly as Don Tigre. Otherwise, I'll have to. Okay, Don Tigre. Of course. He saved her life? Would you like to know how that happened? I'm very frail, you see. Just recently I died. Once. You died? About 4 months ago. The doctor said to abandon all hope. I guess they were expecting her to take a boat right across the River Styx. Tom Tigre saved me. Gave up everything. Everything? When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy. No offense, but I find it a little hard to believe. I decided I'd pay him back with my life by serving him coffee and espresso. Still wonder about what's in her coffee. So, is that why you got that badge around your head? In this? That's what I was expecting, honestly. So, what's the story with the bandage? They put it on after the operation. An operation? It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury. A fatal injury? I might have just suffered one by the sound of it. So that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you died once? Multiple. Okay, that's a lot more Cyclops than the other two. Really creeps me out, Nick. Same here, but we gotta find out the truth. First off, curiosity. Okay. I think if I'm gonna crack this, I think I might want to go to deal with Gumshoe's Cyclops first. So I think I know where. So I think we may have what he wants. I think. There he is. OCD spec being pigeons again. AK just throwing it straight at the pigeons, not even feeding it to them. Like I thought, he's really mad. Remember, just keep your head down and seek what we still can. What? Why? Hello, man. What are you doing, Maya? Yeah. Just turned his back on us. Well, I'm not surprised. I bet I really hurt his pride in court this morning. Hey, Mr. Kudo. Pigeon. Yeah. Look, we need to talk to you, alright? Out with the demons, in with the good fortune. Ow! See, shell splinters. Painful. I always knew you were a demon, Maya. You know, we have to talk to him, so I guess. I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier today. Yeah. They're gonna be talking about me behind my back now. Dirty old man who was busy looking at the serving girl's backside. But I can't remember her face. A filthy, depraved animal. Not at all. Listen to me, boy. I don't care what you say. I saw you, that waitress you put it in. She put some white powder into the young lad's Jabasino. But I hear you. Another thing, the young layabout was wearing an earpiece. On the same side of the lens as broken spectacles. Really sorry. So I made a little mistake about the face, so what? I know what I saw, I tell you. I tell you. Alright, take it easy then, Mr. Kudo. Yeah, about what I expect, honestly. You said you were a craftsman, right? Yeah. I'm on a real cast honest craft and let me aside in tropes. Surely it's not that. I'm a long-line craftsman, right back to the time of shoguns. Hear me, I didn't become a embroiderer, I was born one. Actually, I'm kinda in the same situation myself. I when I stick my fingers up that really old judge's nose. Scream right down to his ear hole. Objection. Like that. Oh, so did you want to become a lawyer when you were young? I don't think that's quite it, man. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all. Got a tsunami of frustration inside and it's ready to burst out. Well, if we let him start rambling now, he might never shut up. I object, question mark. Actually we got places to go, things to check out and stuff. Maybe another time. Whatever, just don't forget, that's an always forever girl I'm ready to. Right, this girl right here is really looking forward to hearing it all, honest. What? I never said that, Baka. That's the place I worked in. Here, bring this along with you. Covered in seats. A discount could be for a burger. Randy really wants someone to grumble at, huh? Although it is a joint. I will be back to hear your life story, I'm sure. I know for now, I think we've cracked this, I think. Actually, curiosity. No, nothing. Alright. Alright, that's Gumshoe. Tell me the truth. What were you listening to? No way, pal. If you made a big thing out of it, I'm not gonna tell you. Well, we'll see about that, pal. So you know the noise you were making while you were listening? I'm pretty sure horses were involved. No, I don't got you. What was he shouting? Oh, the other thing that we found. I'll read that on the chat because I didn't know what the context was. Take that. I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? I thought you tried to win big just like Glenn Elk did. It's like you see right through me. Huh? I've cracked them already? See, pal, that's why I said it was nothing. Oh, restores your health like in the previous game. Cool. I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured I'd give it a try. And what's it if we're in the lottery? So, how'd it go? I won 50 cents. It'd be better to win nothing at all than have a lousy buck. I was so mad. Yeah, I know the feeling. I bought the same kind of ticket as Mr. Elk, see? And they got this special radio show where they announce the winning numbers. Even do the drawings live in the air. It's intense, pal. I bet that's what Mr. Elk was listening to on the day he was killed. Yeah. What time is it now? It's just after 1:30. And our lottery results always broadcast at the same time. Yeah, look, I got this flyer when I bought the ticket. Millionaire Radio Flyer. Experience the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life every Monday at 1:30 p.m. Millionaire Radio? That sounds cool. I want to try it, Nick. Well, I didn't buy a ticket, Ma, with your own money. Well, I'm gonna head back to the precinct now. We got a big meeting starting in a bit. About Meg's case, you mean? No, that's pretty much wrapped up now. There's another big case going down at the moment, so she's been pushed aside. Okay, well, see you later then. Goodbye. The music faded out, then it faded back in. I love the subtle details sometimes. Dot dot dot. Dot 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 dot. Dot 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 dot. Better get going, detective, or you'll be late. Actually, I've kind of got a favor to ask. It's a big one. A favor? Yeah, it's for Maggie, actually. I was kind of hoping you'd give this to her for me. What is it? It's a lunchbox. I got up early so I can make it. I've been really worried about her. She looks like she's lost a lot of weight. Detective Gumshoe? How many weenies are in here? It's not a person on Earth who could chow down this much meat. Oh, who could down this much meat? I love weenies. I just can't get enough of their tender juiciness. So you gave it to her? Took me ages to make, so please say you will, pal. I can't exactly say no, can I? Entirely handmade lunchbox. Fills the stomach with love and plenty of weenies. Maybe I'll eat it myself if I get hungry. Don't forget, okay? I'm counting on you to give that to Maggie. And he's gone. You know what? Sure, I'll see how bad this is. Yeah. You know what? Fine. Guess I better let him talk. Or better, or more likely for worse. So there's not much call for craftsmen these days then. Of course not, you idiot. All I'm good for nowadays is running errands. Errands? Everyone takes advantage of the elderly. Buy some breadcrumbs, take the dog for a walk, Granddad. Beat the pigeons, old man. What am I, some sort of two-bit community handyman? Well... Buy some bread, now that I can understand. What's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? What do people say when they may get lost? What they try to say. Yeah, I'm just an inconvenience to see. At home, at the restaurant, I just gain the weight, don't I? I'm sure you don't. Wait a minute, what did you just say? At home and at that restaurant? Hold up. What restaurant are you talking about? Tresbian? Did you get asked to run an errand there too? Yes, I did. Very day that young Brad was poisoned. What? So on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do? Glad you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, a young lad slumped over the table. Serving girl collapsed, and I broke the vase. It all happened so fast, I was in a bit of a daze to see. Then the owner shouted over to me. Excuse me, you call the police. Call himself, I should have said back, but I didn't think of it at the time. So, did you end up calling the police? Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze. Did you call them on your cell phone? Yeah. It looked like I had one of those newfangled thingamajigs. I went out looking for a payphone, of course. You went looking for one? You can find one right away, you know. What, around 5 minutes or so? 5 minutes? So, for 5 minutes after the incident happened, the owner was up dressed on his own. Why didn't you mention this in court this morning? Well, I would have if you'd give me the chance. But y'all bullied me out of the courtroom. Right, I don't even remind her of what happened yesterday. Thanks, game. Although I can't exactly blame you for disliking us after we did that. In my defense. It's not my fault. You're the ones to blame. You could have at least chose before we got to court. Is it really that important that Mr. Kudo was the one who called the police? Well, what's important is the unaccounted time before the police arrived. The victim was dead, and Maggie was unconscious. Which leaves that woman, I mean, Mr. Armstrong alone in the restaurant. Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose. What do you mean? Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant. Oh. Sure, go ahead and say I was in the way as usual. But I should have been getting myself covered in pigeon poop instead, huh? Well, we need to get more details about what exactly happened. From Maggie and from Mr. Armstrong. Okay, back to Armstrong, I guess. Well, we'll do Armstrong first. Huh, looks like Mr. Armstrong's gone again. But the place is open for business. Can't have an open restaurant without a chef. It's not my fault, Nick. Don't take it out on me. Only a couple of minutes after the incident happened, Mr. Kudo left the scene, leaving Mr. Armstrong here alone. Facing we need to talk to him the most. Maybe he's trying to avoid us on purpose? Okay, I guess in that case, to Maggie, I guess. Oh, Mr. Wright. Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you? Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm gonna stay up all night and blog about everything that happened. Weren't you scared? It was pretty touch and go in there. Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man. Well, he was all over the place with his testimony. He's not the only one. Huh? What do you mean? Everyone else's testimony still matched up either. Not what I remember the incident anyway. Is it possible she's the one misremembering things? Maggie, you know how we said that everyone else provided testimony that doesn't match up with what you remembered? Yep, there's just so many things that just don't add up. Oh, don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him. But didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put some white powder into the coffee cup? So you really think it was this disappearing man that did it? Well, he's not the only guy that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know the CD with the writing on it? Alright, the MC Screwdriver album, right? It was MC Barmouth, and the name was scrawled on the sports paper as well. They never did find that CD at the crime scene, sir. Or the victim's medication, it's gone missing too. My head is getting way too complicated for me. Oh right, it reminds me, Jeff. I forgot this. Right, I've got something you're gonna love. Really? What is it? It's a lunchbox just for you. Here. Oh, lunchbox. We need stew. Can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright? Nope, it was a type of gumshoe. You asked what makes such a nice lunchbox for you. Detective Gumshoe. He's really worried about you. Looks like he put a lot of effort into making this shoe. Can't accept it. It's 10% of rules. No gifts allowed, sir. Come on, Maggie. Don't be like that. The rules are the rules. They'll lock you up if you break them. Somehow when an ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a lot less scarier. And anyway, I hate weenies. Oh, really? It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it, Mr. Wright. But she's right. It's better than letting it go to waste. But I guess so. Gumshoe's lunchbox eaten from Maya. Well, how was it? Yeah, I hit the spot. I actually love weenies. Oh, good. Glad I gave it to you then, sir. Okay. But we found a CD. We almost died in the process. No. Okay. I'm sure the CD has to be important though. Said that when he passed out when the victim then collapsed, right? Yes, it's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. And before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir. So between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on Tribulations? No, no idea at all. Why? Is it important, Mr. Wright? The other witness stole meth from the park was pretty much chased out of the picture. Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? Osiri was inside the restaurant because he was told to call the police. Exactly, and you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time. No. You don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you? Well, when you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in this at all. It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright? Well, the old man said as much when we spoke with him earlier. I don't know. Things that man says don't add for some reason, sir. It looks like he's trying to figure something out. Maybe we should ask Maggie exactly what she knows about OCD. I still like the she does a salute like in the second game. Here, have this person. This grumpy old grouch. I've been a bit of a proceedings addict for years now. It's like forever since I saw witnesses as slippery as that old man. So I really not bad of an old man now. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Nani? I thought you said you felt much better. Maggie. If there's something on your mind, you gotta tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony. Roger. I'll spill it all and see what you make of it. Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you? Actually, yes. The fact that he's even testifying to begin with doesn't quite what? Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true there was another customer in the restaurant. Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo. But I can't really say if it was an old man. Okay, then how about calling him a really old middle-aged man? No, age isn't an issue. The other customer was a woman. A woman? Are you sure, Maggie? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So what did this woman look like? She was sort of creepy. And she had kind of a crackling laugh. Creepy? Cackling? Why do I get the feeling I've come across a woman like that recently? As my phone continues to beep at me. I have an idea. I know I used to be on the police force, sir. Oh, okay, that does count. This? No. Don't there's anything to do here, but I'm curious. The main server just went up in smoke. The heck isn't a press conference set up yet? The superintendent's here already. Yeah, there's a problem with the internet too. I told you to stop using your computer, Chief. I'm watching videos online. I'm catching up on my Asian soap operas. I have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing a switch. Just when some young guy was about to confess to his son's hot-to-trot girlfriend. Wow, this place is really buzzing. Something must be going down. Something really big. Huh? What are you doing here, pal? Had a gum show. Can't be here right now. If we roll to the brief if you say. Huh? Got some big problems here today. Why? What's going on? It's a virus. A virus. A virus? Virus ripped into the precinct's computer system. But I really need to ask you some questions. Okay, I'm only gonna say this once, so listen up. Yes. No matter how poor you get, never borrow money from a place like this, you hear? Okay. You got money trouble. Just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang in there. We're not thinking about borrowing money, detective, if you want information. Oh, is that all? Well, let's see. Tenderloin is considered to be even fishier than the average illegal loan shark. And it seems to ran into trouble just recently. Guys must be pretty heavy-handed calling in all their debts. Really? Go poking your nose around in their business, pal. You'll really regret if you upset that lady. I get the picture. Oh, wait a sec. What did you just say? That lady? Who's this lady's talking about, Nick? Oh, you better find what the story is with this lady. That's the girl who works over at Tenderlander. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it. She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she? That should be the least of your worries, pal. What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse? Her name's Viola Cadaverini. She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadaverini. Or Cadaverini? Do you know who that is, Nick? I ever heard of him? Bruto Cadaverini is the boss of the Cadaverini family. Cadaverini. I swear, that's a tongue twister if I've heard of one. But I know what I mean, cadaver, but trying to add more to that is just messing with my mouth. Man, that's one scary sounding name. Can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. You're thinking of taking them on, aren't you? No, I don't remember ever saying I was going to. I'd better get some more info out of Gumshoe about this family. I'm not really sure if I want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverinis? Who are they? A bunch of scared people, that's who. You're a cop and you're scared. What's that about? Trust me, doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop, these guys are scary. Got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. We can't touch them. They've got too much moolah. Moolah, as in... They pretty much control all the cash in the city's black market. Black market, huh? The necklace Tenderlander, I take it. Sure, no one signed up to Brutal Cadaverini, I mean no one. Interesting. So Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia of Boston? Yeah, everyone knows how much Brutal loves his little girl. She means everything to him. So, how did she end up at Tenderlander? I don't know, pal. But I heard she and the boss at Tenderlander are pretty tight. Tight? That's what I said in the file I read related to Maggie's case. Sounds like a pretty important clue. So what exactly is a computer virus detected, Gumshoe? I don't know. And Nani? Look, I just go with the flow, right, pal? You write down the Titans were supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable. Look at that face, pal. You think you know what a virus is? Well, Nick, do you? A computer virus? Sure, I mean, only in simple terms, of course. Really? Wow, you know everything, Professor Nick. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you Dr. Wright from now on. It sounds pretty cool. Did you agree, Dr. Wright? Well, I got the feeling they're making fun of me. Okay, fine. No expert, but I can at least explain the basics to the two of you. A virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage. Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode? No, the damage is, well, it's internal. So the inside goes boom, right? Imagine how the case that you got stored on your PCs here at the station. The virus could wipe all that. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about. Oh, that's scary. Yeah, what's even more scary is that these viruses are infectious. Infectious? Most computers are connected together on a network, right? A virus can move from one machine to another over the network. So the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster. Just like a real virus, huh? But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that? Yeah, it takes ages to type in all that data. Who want to destroy it, pal? No, people don't affect their own machines, they send the virus to someone else's. What? That's horrible. Oh, I get it. It's like he sneezes on a mystical dot so he catches a cold. I can't help but smile at that, smirk at that dot. Alright, then he wouldn't be able to turn up the car because he's too sick. We shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong. Who, what, where, when, and why does the conversation jump to talking about me? Anyway, that's what a computer virus does. It's a bad program that causes damage. And all the different viruses have names, right? I kind of feel like I've heard the name of the virus we caught somewhere before. The name of the virus. I feel like I've heard about it too. Maybe is this something I come back to? Maybe I can ask you about this. Said the stupid name. I remember now. I thought so. Here it comes. Just not let yourself and keep me in the dark, Nick. What's going on? It's alright, man. You don't have to cry about it. The name's scribbled on a sports paper and read on a CD. That's the name of the virus, MC Bomber. And Nani? Yeah, the virus had just infected every computer on the system, pal. Well, station, pal. It's MC Bomber. Can you give us any more details, please? I still, alright, you guys can see my mouse. I can still see that as mass to mass. This little doodle. We already knew about the MC Bomber virus from a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos of law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if their demands were met. Who are they? I don't know. Some hotshots from the criminal underworld would be my guess. And now the virus has been released, huh? Yep, it's in every computer and every public office in the city. It's going nuts. They're hovering around like they're dancing at a carnival. All this stuff with criminals and viruses, it almost feel like we're in a sci-fi movie. Apparently the programmer who made the virus is a real genius or something. The focus right now is on tracing the root of this virus on the black market. Do you mean someone put this virus up for sale? Yeah, because this one's so powerful. There are some of these price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal. Billions? Virus can be worth that much? Can't believe it. I almost forgot the most important thing. That is, you know, the lunchbox. So how did everything go? You remember the weenies? Right. So what am I Winnie's taste when he went down the hatch? Well, it was delicious. Yeah, that's what she said, really? Well, don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen, so I came prepared. Prepared? What do you mean? I made a jumbled lunchbox. Oh. Do me a favor again, huh, pal, and deliver this. It sure is a heavy burden, if more waste of money. I can just imagine Meg's little eyes sparkling with joy to bring her that. Winnie's again, I tell you to have the Audis too. Lunchbox is given to Maya again. I really can't eat anymore. Okay, it's not relevant. Sure. That's the apron Maggie was wearing. It still smells like her, too. Did Maggie smell the ketchup? Okay. I still have to go and deal with the Cyclops at the other place, but let's go back to Maggie first. Oh. Never mind. I may have what I need to do the blue screen stuff, maybe. Miss Electronic, I always want to say LCD because those little flashing bits in her, on her attire. Little flashing red LEDs. Okay, let's try a song and dance again. If I don't have what I need, I may go back to go talk to Violetta. Somebody tell me what kind of trouble Mr. Elk was in. Sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. I'd like to speak to someone in customer service. Talking about. Miss Basil, let me ask you something. Right, then we showed them the lotto tickets. Yeah. Bunch of horse racing tickets, all losing ones. That many tickets, you can get $1 to recycling center. You good people are very, very bad, cashing out other people's misfortunes and moral. Is that what hypocrisy I smell? But what's the relevance of these? Oh, what is the relevance of these tickets? The victim, Mr. Dead Elk, he had a gambling habit, didn't he? I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on these facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time. Yeah, but not everyone buys as many tickets. Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own. Right, then we showed her the tickets. Also take that. The lottery, horse racing. He bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's gotta hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Maybe bad at the causes some pretty serious trouble, perhaps. Oh, you're right. Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must follow his example. Must not follow his example. You understand? That's maybe what I wanted to. It sounds like I have the money to buy any. But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he? For $500,000? Yeah, but it's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it? Well, he's sure he won $500,000 in the end. But that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that. Take that. Mr. Elk met with someone on the day he was killed. He even made a note of this on the calendar. Meet with the tagger. What happens to that? You trying to suggest Glenn was meeting with him to discuss his debt? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But I never heard anything about this tagger before. Maybe he really is a tagger. Take that. Probably had the info. Fear Tigre, aka the Tagger, is a possible loan office called Tender Lender. This is who Mr. Elgbe met on the day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt. It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think. 100,000? Yee. But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear. It's a shame Maggie couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay. So the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then? Well, that isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money. His talents? I suspect he was talking about programming. What could be a program that's worth $100,000? Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work. I think I have an idea. A certain thing we just picked up. Take that. Wow. This is it, isn't it? This is a virus that's affecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber. Also, out of curiosity, I saw a portrait. Man, he's old. He's old and he has a sick forehead scar. Glenn's head had more processing power than any computer. But he'd been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was too deep. You mean he was in debt? Yes, $100,000 in debt. Not easy amount to repay. So, he said he was taking on some extra work. Something a bit risky. Risky how? Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Trespian? What were these ideas? So is it safe to say Mr. Elg was a creator of this virus then? Huh? The Bomber virus? Yes. It was a work of genius, in a bad sort of way of course, but still genius. Something like that could have fetched several $million in the black market. See about Jusice Wright for a change? This date, December 3rd, that's marked in his calendar. That was his deadline for repaying his debts. It's actually worth millions. Okay, I guess we won't need the horse racing tickets anymore. Back on the floor to go, apparently. Use the trash can, Nick, Baka. Super admin restricting desktop X. Okay, I get it. And you're saying use Xanax, so anything else I should know? Okay. I think that's all I'm gonna get is we know what this CD is, and it's pretty deadly. Alright. I guess we only have one more Cyclops to take care of then. And it's not you. It is yours. This one's definitely going to be a doozy because it's more to this 3. It's 25% more, in fact. Well, yeah, I guess it technically would be 25 or 33% more because 3 instead of 4. You said that bandage around your head was from an operation? You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct? Yes. Brain tape operation was very difficult, apparently. Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? The only thing I could think of, maybe the scooter? No. Donuts. I baked them myself. Homemade donuts. Have one. What's inside? Jam and... sorry, but I didn't quite catch that. I think I'll pass. Also, I think that was a flop. Must be some piece of evidence of props. Oh, I may have got an achievement for that apparently. Wait, I think I have something then. Yeah, it is. Take that. I have here a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that this car is involved in an accident. Let me see that. ... This bill is made out to the cadaverinis. Yes, it does. I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do the cadaverinis have to do with me? But they're telling me she's not about to say hi or introduce herself. Alright then. Here, have this person. Take that. I know exactly who you are, Viola Cadaverini. You sustained an injury in a traffic accident, didn't you? It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving one of our family's cars when someone pulled out in front of me. It was a motorbike or something like that. I don't remember it much. Anyway, I started to try to avoid it, but... I took a blow to the head. A bad one. Yeah, I can imagine. So what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing you didn't get away with injuring the viola cadaverati, right? Don't know what happened to him. Ran away, or so I heard. Ran away? If they'd stayed, I'd have... Possible? Did the person who committed the hit and run have been... Take that? It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident. It wasn't Don Tigre. I refuse to believe it. We collided. The motorbike and my car. Don Tigre isn't injured at all, is he? It was the tiger who caused Bella to crash. I can feel it. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him too. Sorry, Miss Cadaverini. Okay, now I get to eat the bike out of him. Cool. Take that. It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tiger rides around on a scooter, doesn't he? And you'll notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Miss Cadaverini? You know the truth, don't you? This repair bill was paid by Furio Tigre. The Cadaverians have known for ages who caused the accident, have they? It's possible, perhaps. Somewhere inside me, I know that may be true. Knew it. But Don Tigre still saved my life. The operation is very complicated. Very, very expensive. What were we talking? Very, very, very expensive. The Keemsite hesitant about giving me an actual figure. Should back off. But anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right? After I recovered, Don Tigre told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I believed him. Really? But he honestly believed that to be true? Do you want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid the operation wasn't because of you, but someone else. Also, there's your answer, Rebel. She's 25. I'm assuming for her father, right? I mean, for her grandfather, right? Yeah, take that. Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruno Cadaverini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you're his beloved pride and joy. Right, I don't know exactly how much the operation costs, but if you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaverini, do you think Mr. Tiger would have paid the money? $1 million. Four months ago, I was in a traffic accident. Why I needed the operation. I woke up, told me it was something serious. Simple procedure. Oh, really? Well, I guess you recovered in 4 months. It couldn't have been too big. They said the operation cost $1 million. $1 million? My grandfather ordered Don Tigre to pay $1 million in compensation. Compensation, huh? It's not more legal for paying money to settle a score. Basically, pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million? It has to be related to our poisoning case somehow. I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tigre said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being brutal to Cadaverini. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather. But I knew that wasn't true. Wow, I'm so sorry. What he did to get the money was evil. ... exclamation point. He said it was all for me, so I helped him. You helped him? In what way? Here, take these. What are these? Medical papers? I'm Bruto Cadaverini's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer he simply couldn't refuse. A $1 million bill for cranial surgery. Payment was due last year. Wow, I feel so bad for Viola. It's inexcusable. Huh? There are two things I consider inexcusable: poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics. Those apologies. My finger stepped in, may have bashed the control stick a bit too hard. Is everything alright, Nick? We should get going. Alright, after we finish our espresso. Yeah. Okay, I won't need to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I should get rid of this. Repair bills right into the trash. Yeah, was not what I was expecting, honestly. Right, then I guess we go back to just Brienne, I guess. I was gonna say to May, and I realized we still had to talk to Armstrong. Now, speaking of which, Deja, I have been waiting for the return and just trying to keep plugging this with really fast. Mr. Armstrong? Yeah, perfect timing. I was hoping to find you here. I'd like to ask you a few questions. Well, he hasn't had anything to say to you fellas. And it's Zinope. Should you call it Zinope? Yep. Come up under the table already, Maya. Okay, hands it over. Nani? You want to play what games with me? I don't recommend that. The papers, now. Crap, I think he wants Viola Cadaverini's papers back. You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Dots, dots, dots. Miss Cadaverini trusted you. That's why she says she helped you. Forget about it. That girl was dumber than an eggplant. Just want to know what's sad? I'll tell you what's sad. It ain't only her face. Thinks she's got power because she's Bruto's little girl. Now that's sad. I can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm gonna expose what you did to get that $1 million you used to pay this off. Crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's two of us here. You got that? Two. Oi. Mr. Armstrong? Forgive me. This I cannot argue with them. Ouch. Is that all you got? I'll be taking those paper now. Armstrong, the lighter. Oh, wait. Don't take it too hard. Phoenix Wright. That was so stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down. Medical papers are vital evidence. Hold it, pal. Detective Gumshoe? Detective? Think you're gonna stop me, cop, and beat it? Well, come on, Gumshoe, keep it together. You guys get out of here. Lead this guy to me. But go, pal, take this. You get hurt. Who's gonna look after Megan, huh? Alright, thanks, Gumshoe. Oh, wait, Nick, don't leave me behind. I'll get even with that gun tomorrow in court. Tender Leonard's going down. To be continued in a few minutes. Right, I'm gonna go grab some more water and stretch and all that. I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm gonna put some more Valhalla music on, and I'll be back in just a few. So, be right back. Okay, your recipe finished up. I'm back with more water, so let's get back to it. Cut this and do the thing of that. Alright. Let's get to court again. Not sure how much because it's already after 12, so. At least get a little bit into the courtroom. January 8th, 9:48 a.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 1. Good morning, Mr. Wright. Good morning, Maggie. So, what do you think is going to happen today, sir? Yesterday's session didn't go so well and ended on a giant mystery. Oh, that's true. We still haven't solved a single part of it yet. Are you okay, Nick? Yeah, of course. I saw that, a little flash of doubt in your eyes. No, that wasn't doubt, that was, determination. Why don't I believe you? It's the only time, Maggie. You better get going to the defendant's seat. Roger, don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you. Hey, pal. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Quit stressing Maggie out. She doesn't need that. How did she know she was stressed? I was watching through the doorway. Oh. He looked like he lost the case already. Show a bit of confidence, will you, pal? Here, maybe this will help. Huh? If you taking up aromatherapy too? Not in a million years, pal. Don't tell me you don't remember this thing. Come to think of it, that doesn't look like one of the aromatherapy bottles. This is that small bell that turned up in Chest B in the kitchen a couple days ago. Alright. The green bottles mixed in with the blue bottles, I think. Right, the odorless one. Right, I remember now. But I got the analysis results back from the lab. So, what is it? Is it the poison? Right now, pal. It's medication. Medication? Yeah, for ears. Topical use only, apparently. For ears? You mean... Yeah, it was a medication Glenn was using for his ruptured eardrum. What was that doing in the kitchen? They uncovered unidentified fingerprints, even. What about the unidentified fingerprints? Anything on that? Some was screwed up, so they only had time to analyze the contents of the bottle. Another hour, they might have gotten something on the prints, but... Right, that's gonna weaken its impact as a piece of evidence. Okay, pal, this is it. Make sure your defense is impregnable today, got it? Today's trial. Gotta expose that guy for what he's done, or my name isn't Phoenix Wright. January 8th, 10 a.m. District Court, Court number 4. Oh, I'm leaning back too far. Watch is now a session for the trial to make it bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready and waiting as always, Your Honor. Very good. Then we'll get underway at once. Yesterday we heard the testimony of Mr. Victor Kudo. He claims he had witnessed the defendant putting a powder into the victim's coffee. However, the witness's testimony was plagued with a number of problems. The mark on the rim of the cup shows that the victim drank it with his right hand. According to the owner's testimony, he picked it up with his left hand. Thank you, Mr. Godot. Furthermore, according to the witness's account, the victim was listening to the radio with an earpiece in his left ear. Yet the victim's left eardrum was ruptured, which made him effectively deaf in the ear. It's amazing how many contradictions a single case can have, huh, Nick? Allow me to enlighten you, Your Honor. The world, you see, keeps turning, and we must turn with it. You've lost me already, Dot. Don't let the mysteries of yesterday mystify you today. Only losers think like that. Gotta change with the times. That's one of my rules. Are you implying that you can resolve these contradictions? You know the answers to these riddles? The old guy wasn't just throwing scene in here. He was throwing us off the scent. And today, I'll prove it. I don't know. Did the first witness take the stand? And you are. Ah, great. I was warning when I had to do this guy's accent in court. Oh, bonjour, everyone. I'm John Armstrong, the owner of the head chef of the chef's beyond Enchante. Forgive me for asking witness, but are you a woman? Well, I'm not one, sir, as you can see, and the part and crate check have been done. On the day of the incident, you were in Trespian kitchen. Is that right? This is you, Manzo. Everything feels right. This is still so cursed. Wow, he's totally unfazed. Doesn't anything intimidate the guy? Well, just I'm good to know. Figure it out your testimony, please, witness. Please tell the court what happened that day at SBN. Correct, I just said testimony in French. Well, heavily implied French. Definitely was out on my car today. Well, on my. Definitely wasn't anything I'd be doing, but here we are. Oh, also at Trespian. When it all happened, there were only 2 customers in the restaurant. I remember I was experimenting with some new articles that day. Like having a large meal between the tables, for example. Eh? But that's what is that? That is what the old man was looking at. The couple of airplanes in the glasses. Everything would be in a. He would have seen everything in reverse done. A mirror? Hey, I got a mirror. The most enormous here. Suddenly, the mystery disappears. Like I said, the wheel keeps turning, so roll with it. That explains the coffee cup and the Aries conundrum. The mirror would have made everything appear back from front. It's way too early in the morning for this to be happening to me. And Mr. Knight, you may begin your cross-examination. And who were the 2 customers exactly? A mouse, of course, a little young man who died, and the other not so young man. You're referring to yesterday's witness, I presume. What about the other man Megan says she saw at the table? I think telling me Mr. Armstrong is a plan to disclose his existence. We need some hard evidence first before we can bring him up, don't we? Alright, I guess I'll have to try a different approach for the time being. What do I have again, Curiosity? I know I have a lot of different evidence. Autopsy report, coffee cup. I have a deal lunchbox. I'm not sure how I feel about that. You were excited with Art Deco? I kind of heard about that before today. You're not familiar with this language of interior design, Monzo? You stay on topic. Now, why did you tell us the court about this before? But I did, just a few moments ago. Excuse me, Mr. Armstrong. Is Deco you mentioned? Are your friend just some sort of Decotra? No, Art Deco. It's a style of design, Your Honor. He's talking about interior design. Walls, ceilings, carpets, that kind of thing. Yes, of course. At Deco. I was trying to achieve a more definite look for my restaurant. I was finding the most bold remodeling of a decor. How big of a mirror we're talking about here? Oh, something about 4 meters wide and about 2 meters high. So per meter is about a yard. I mean, holy glass in a frame? It's huge. I was intending to install it on the ceiling eventually. Wait, was there a mirror on the ceiling? I don't remember. Yes, John. I decided not to go through with it in the end. Of course. If he really has such a large mirror in the restaurant, someone would have noticed it. But there's something about a mirror, Mr. Kudo, or making bird testimonies. But you didn't act right. You only had yourself to blame for such salty work. Naughty? The mirror was delivered to Trust B the day for the incident. Because of course there is. Really? As Mr. Armstrong testified, he was carrying out some design changes. As it turned out, he didn't actually use the mirror in the end. Doesn't add up. Even though the mirror was delivered to Trespian, it doesn't prove that it was in the restaurant on the day of the crime. You want to doubt someone, try it. Look in the mirror. Try the person looking back at you be dubious enough. Yeah, so the witness yesterday has seen the victim reflected in the mirror. I smell maybe a contradiction. Probably not. Probably just jumping the gun, so to speak. No, I need more context. AK, I need a press bar. Normally, I expect people to know the difference between a reflection and a real object. Normally. Where does normality come into this? It's lame, try it, even for you. Huh? Are you trying to say that if something isn't normal, it isn't possible? Is that it? Where does that leave the porky-headed lawyer, the top-notch chick over there? And the ungodly cool guy with the mask over here? Well, try it. Not the hair. I do not have a top knot. Mr. Godot is correct. That lack of normality is no basis for discounting an argument. Again, logic is one today. Everything? He would have seen everything in reverse? Boy? Nick, we should take a second to think about what OCD said in his testimony. How did he phrase it again? We're in his earpiece on the same side of the screen side with specs. If he saw everything he described reflected in a mirror, and everything he said on the left was actually on the right. It clears up all problems with his testimony, I guess, or does it? Huh. It's kind of hard to believe that everything's a fall of a mirror, but... do you think he'll see everything through a reflection? If he did, he'll explain all the contradictions in his testimony. But that just makes the situation worse for Maggie. There's gotta be something in the old man's testimony, we just gotta dig deeper. I think maybe I got the order mixed up. I think the picture has to be important, right? Objection! No. Actually, maybe... objection! There we go. Objection. The coffee cup, the earpiece, and the HMT. Alright, let's think back over to Mr. Kudo's testimony for a second, shall we? Right, we're an earpiece on the same side as the specs. So to summarize, the return both the HMT and the earpiece were on the victim's left side. Now, if Mr. Kudo saw all that as a reflection in the mirror, it means both the HMT and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side. Exactly. You see, Monzo? Now that I think about it, it's not so hard, none. Unfortunately, this really runs into a monumental contradiction with the facts. If Mr. Kudo really did see everything in a mirror, why is it that HMD is now on the wrong side of his head? Order. There's a light disconnect. If the witness generally observed the victim's reflection in a mirror, then we would expect the victim's eyepiece to have been over his right eye. How bitter. That's right, you should have a taste of this bitterness. It'll calm me down in no time. You talking about your coffee or something completely different? You understand the way the victim thinks. The way the witness thinks. How he thinks? You remember this, I presume? I broke the vase. Sorry, apology to that. I mean, Mr. Kudo's sworn testimony. Exactly. The old man has one very grievous habit, other than throwing seeds. The more of an impression something makes, the more mellow this mind makes it. And with the most striking thing about Mr. Elk, clearly it's the victim's eyepiece. That's my point. The old man strikes again. Mr. Elk's HMD made a big impression on the old man. I saw the earpiece and those newfangled spectacles he was wearing. Yes, sir, both in his left ear. You hear his left ear. Well tried. Man, that's the worst, but best impression of Kudo ever. Oh, I really thought he was OCD for a second there. Man, this cooldown's good. Yeah, enough. I investigated yesterday's witnesses irresponsibly rashes and much testimony. Bad luck, Nick. Looks like the boil of a contradiction you found is just a rash. A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seas, nor can it lie. What exactly was the old man looking at? But listen, Mr. Armstrong. Go on, down to court. We're all ears. Wait, I can explain. Please, if you look at the plans of the restaurant. Their mirror. Thus, is everyone sitting comfortably? The mirror, it was in the middle of the restaurant, divided two halves. There is only one scene from which you could have seen the image of the victim. Okay, I see it. That was his seat as the table next to the victims. That was where the old man was sitting. After the incredible incident occurred, I moved the mirror so it was not as away. But naturally, I did not touch anything else. I see no problem with the explanation we just heard. But on the table next to the victim, Mr. Kuro could have seen the victim in the mirror. And coquette, I am confusing all of men like this. Don't worry about it. You keep up, except for the guy breaking out a cold sweat over there again. Man, I hate this guy. So you didn't touch anything else apart from the mirror? Are you quite sure about that? Well, yes, of course. Very well, Mr. Knight, your cross-examination, if you please. So run me by this again. The mirror was here, correct? Wait, really? Because I know if I were you, I wouldn't have put a mirror there, it'd be in the way. Objection! Look who's talking, Trey. Huh? You're obstructing my view, among other things. But is this my seat in the court? Just being charm is that it gives you the impression that you're the only customer. Temporary placing a mirror in a spot would hardly be in the way. Unlike you, Trey. The time was the meal dessert in the middle of the restaurant. And where would that be? La, look how you lean toward me. Well, eyes attracts the younger boys. Maybe I should keep you in the suspense a little longer. Mr. Armstrong, travel quite well, you know, all at once. I attracts the older ones too. You know, handsome. Gotta tease you too. I've already seen a very hot someone, so I'm afraid you'll be waiting for a long time. Ballroom bedchairs, mocha cream skin, and cappuccino perfume. Ian, I will tell you, there is only one seat from which you could have seen. I think this is where I think this may be where I beat the picture at him, because I think that is a clear contradiction. Objection. This piece of evidence contradicts with the test move just heard, Your Honor. Crime photo? Yes, this photo clearly shows that something that theoretically should not exist. What on earth do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? Should not exist? Huh. You like you're describing yourself, Trey. Now in the quota, please clarify a statement. I thought it would have been obvious. I don't know where I'm pointing at, honestly. I assume that this is what should not be in the picture. I'm afraid he lost me. Suppose it's up for me to clarify the defense's claim. Hold it. I change my mind, Your Honor. No. Maybe I was just pointing out where the mirror would have been, I think. Nah, I'm just being dumb. Take that. Okay, I'm gonna just load it back up. Look at the other evidence, I guess, but that picture is important. Did you move the mirror when Mr. Kudo was alcohol into place? Really? Exactly. I get it out of the rest of them by then. You moved a huge mirror like that all by yourself? And what can I say? I know how to pick the things up, handsome. The ... Did I actually laugh or something? Well, given the fit is a fatigue, I suppose it is possible. Did you move anything else in the crime scene, Mr. Armstrong? Looks like the bloody type, huh? You sure about that? I just nothing for except Lamia. So Elijah is something the witness has said it doesn't match crime scene? Yeah, but I can't put my finger on what exactly. Suffering for a case of heartburn, try. Really? Yeah, there's a thing for that. But if a golden mirror and frankincense. And a few chops to your coffee, voila, enjoy. Focus, Phoenix, breathe. You can ignore this too and just find some evidence. It's pretty strange though, isn't it? I mean, nobody mentioned anything about a really large mirror. I think some would have, but didn't and needed to OCD. The only logical explanation is that there was no mirror side chest being that day. Okay, so I have to point at something. I was on the right track then. It's gonna be something dumb, but I'm gonna assume I'm not meant to see this part with the photo I have. Theoretically, because of the mirror. This visual is more obvious, but anything. What I'm lost in is what the game expects me to point at exactly. Now it has to be the mirror because it has to be the crime scene photo. I'm just trying to think what they want me to say. Would it be the cup? No. It would be something silly. That should be obvious to me and yet isn't because reasons. Look at the last statement before that. Actually, no, not that, but the context of the statement. Oh, right, I remember. I get it now. I get it. Oh, if I present the right evidence first. But my me, so just suffering from some sort of brain as you would expect. Because I remember his testimony. What should not exist is this. Take that. I think it's pretty obvious that this is what should not be in the picture. The face? Possible connection does this have with the witness's testimony? Your Honor. I'm telling you that there should have been no face on this table. Because it very clearly contradicts with this piece of evidence. Take that. There's one thing that was clearly demonstrated by yesterday's testimony. Mr. Kudo broke the vase that was on the table where he was sitting. And yet, as the court can see, there's an unbroken vase on the table next to the victim. Why? Because Mr. Kudo was not in fact sitting at the table next to the victim at all. Don't be an idiot, Trey. That's impossible. He's the only one Kudo could have seen the victim's reflection from. Exactly. There's only one conclusion we can draw from his contradiction. There was no mirror in Trespien that day. Your testimony, Mr. Armstrong, is an elaborate lie. Monsieur? Let's try to confuse the court, Trey. Obviously, the witness cleaned up the vase, while the police were taking their time getting to the crime scene. Objection. Unfortunately, Mr. Godot, that doesn't quite work with me. Well, work for me. Mr. Armstrong already testified to the contrary in his own words. I did not touch anything else except the mirror. Ugh. Well, Dennis, what do you have to say for yourself? Sniff. That's right, there was no mirror in the restaurant that day. In light of this revelation, we will turn back to the original problem. Why did the victim have an earpiece in the ear to which he couldn't hear? You only get one shot alive. There's no turning back. I want to claim that the mirror wasn't there, that's right. This problem's all yours. They explain what the old man saw. Right, if I can answer this, then I'll be that much closer to the truth. I can feel it. Are you gonna be okay? Can you really saw this contradiction, Nick? Well, there's more than just one contradiction, Maya. What do you mean? Well, remember what Maggie told us? There was another man at the victim's table. And there was a sample CD on the victim's table. It all flies in the face of Mr. Kudo's testimony. I think I know the reason why nothing in this case is adding up. Well, Mr. Knight, let's see the answer. Yes, Your Honor, but let me say first. What is this saving business you're doing? Don't worry about it. The reason behind all the contradiction in Mr. Kudo's testimony is simple. As I stare at the three dots if I somehow flub it up, which I might. This case is riddled with contradictions. Yet there's one very simple answer that clears them all up. And what is that? The incident Mr. Kudo witnessed and the incident the victim experienced were two completely different events. Nani? Yes, the victim that Mr. Kudo saw wasn't Mr. Den Elk at all. It was an imposter, a phony pretending to be Mr. Elk. Obviously, unlike the victim, there's nothing wrong with the imposter's left eardrum. That's how he ended up wearing the earpiece in his left ear back by mistake. Order, quiet. Settle down or I'll clear the courtroom. Alright, Gramps, why don't you clear out of here, huh? What did you say? Trey, are you saying that what Kudo saw was a setup? Yes. Someone pretended to be Glen Oak and acted out the whole coffee poisoning. All for the express purpose of creating a witness out of one Mr. Victor Kudo. Be real, Trite. Why would anyone want to do that? Isn't it obvious? The thing Mr. Kudo was most insistent about in his testimony was... Right, the serving girl had put something in the coffee, right. It's so hard to believe, but... there is one and only one reason to show Mr. Kudo's fake poisoning. To show Maggie Bird in the act of poisoning the coffee. Are you saying the waitress no man's story was a fake at all? As well? It's true that there were no other customers in the restaurant at the time, but... it's also true that the chef was there. He would have noticed what was happening. That's right. Wilderness. If the restaurant really was a scene of such theatrics, you would have known about it, correct? Ooh la la. That is most difficult for me. Objection. No, it's quite simple. All right to do is testify. You are under oath after all. Was there in fact a phony at Trespian that day? The defense demands that Mr. Armstrong tell the whole truth about what happened. The defense's request for additional testimony is accepted. You will accurately explain in detail the events of the restaurant that day. Oi. In the restaurant. The victim was a ugh. He came to my restaurant alone. I remember the old man alive not long after him. Still, there are no other customers. When he got what he won the lottery man, Elwood was very excited. It was approximately 5 minutes later that the poisoning incident occurred. No, there is no time for a phony to do late acting. It's just so we're clear, there's no mirror in the restaurant after all. Javels and man pardon, forgive me, Honor. I lied because I wanted the mess to be cleared up quickly. What you just done is commit perjury, Miss Armstrong. I'll decide how to punish you later. Oi. Now we will hear your cross-examination. Mr. Light, if you please. Yeah, you took the perjury charge a bit too well. But I'm guessing it'll be a more serious trouble after the cross-examination. I think I have an idea. But, you know, I should pass probably. Was he alone at this table as well? Sorry, I saw him from the kitchen. Yet the defendant, Miss Bird, remembers it differently. She swears there's another man at the victim's table. Fortunately for you, Trite. Yesterday's witness also testified the victim was alone. You know, seeing you squirm like that reminds me. Certain coffee's bittersweet bite. What kind of coffee has he been drinking? It's not coffee, it's love. It's love that's bittersweet. Man, hearing my say that makes her seem wise all of a sudden. Well, many mean Victor Kudo, correct? Boy, he comes often for my special coffee. Make a coffee once, Mr. Armstrong. It's special, I'll give you that. It's worth a sip just for the experience. Oh, you make me so happy, Monzo. You have both welcome at any time. I said it was worth one sip, nothing more. Alright, so Kudo arrived at the restaurant at the same time as the victim. Out of curiosity, about what time was it when Mr. Kudo arrived? I don't know, I cannot remember, Monzo. believe we were told by a witness yesterday. "2:25 p.m. Is that perhaps jog your memory, witness? The incident arrived at about 20 minutes after he arrived. Between 2 and 2:10. After 2, huh? Thank you for your help in jogging my memory, Marza. You're wonderful. I can't stay here all the time and do nothing, can I? I think I saw the contradiction I made, actually. Yes, bien. That's French, isn't it? I'm glad at least one person's in a good mood. He's even humming a song to himself. Are you absolutely sure about the time? When I think I didn't hide it. Sure, it was after 2, huh? It is the time I stopped serving the lunch menu. Alright, I always break for lunch when the restaurant are serving their specials. I've been known to wind up a case early just in time, just to make it on time. Guess you should never get between a hungry Uchi and his lunch. Oh, if you look at that, it's almost lunchtime already. I already did this bit, right? So only customers are Mr. Kudo and the victim? How many times do you need to ask the same thing, right? Never catch me drinking the same blend twice. Trying to establish the presence of a phony victim in the restaurant. Wasting time. Gotta grind Bursey to make coffee if you catch my drift. Did you see him? No, I was in the kitchen, but I heard him. And rather than him shouting, yes, $500,000. Assuming your defendant heard that too, then, correct? Maggie? She looked like a poor little frightened dove. And what about Mr. Kudo? The old man choked on some birdseed I got in his throat. Seems we have another incident on our hands. Okay, I think I have a hunch. But I'm gonna roll with it. Objection. I'm afraid I finally got you, Mr. Armstrong. What? What do you mean? At the time in question, the victim was listening to the radio with his earpiece. The show he was listening to was Millionaire Radio. Each week they announced the winning numbers of the $500,000 lottery ticket. Anyway, that must be the show Monsieur was listening to. Can't see any problem with the testimony, Mr. Light. Well, I wonder. The ... question mark? You say the victim arrived at the restaurant after 2 p.m., correct? Anyway, I am sure of it. I remember it perfectly now. I know it was that time because I had just finished serving the lunch menu. Get to the point, Trey, if you have one. Well, that show's broadcast live at 1:30 p.m. And it claims to be the most thrilling 10 minutes of your life. It's on the air at 1:30. Now, supposedly the victim makes a noise when it was announced he'd won. And yet, I don't believe his cry of joy could have occurred after 2 p.m. Because the show had already finished more than 30 minutes earlier by that point in time. This victim we've been told about has done nothing but the impossible. Listening to the radio rupture the eardrum, catching the show was already over. There's only one conclusion you could draw from the facts. This victim was an imposter acting out the poisoning 30 minutes after the real murder. Yeah, there were 2 Glen Uggs in Chesapeake that day. The real Glen Ugg, now dead, having been poisoned by the real killer, and a phony Glen Ugg acting out the events for Mr. Kuo to witness. It certainly seems that way. I mean, if that wasn't the case, how could you explain the time discrepancy? Tch, what a performance try. You were almost on a roll. Sadly, you lacked the rock-hard foundation of rhythm to build your song. What is this? Music Theory 101? Let's recap. According to your magic theory, it's now just after 2 PM. Boney Egg was performing a play for the benefit of Mr. Kudo. How do you explain where the real Glen Ugg is? I don't believe I have to spell this out for the court, however. At that time, the real Glen Ugg was already dead. That's certainly the obvious conclusion. Thank you, Trent. That's exactly what I was hoping you would say. Nani? Now, I presume you can prove this theory of yours. Explain where the missing corpse went to. The missing corpse? According to the Omen's testimony, there's only one other customer there. The customer is the phony Glen Ugg. Where the killer had the body of the real victim. The prosecution has a valid point, Mr. Knight. If there is a standard examination by the court, you must provide us with proof by answering the prosecution's question. Goodbye. Where did the killer hide the body? Yes, Your Honor. No conjecture, Trey. Let's hear some facts for once. Show the court a piece of evidence that proves where the body was hidden. Evidence? So the intense pressure in here all of a sudden. Thought I had him with that contradiction. But he's turning it all around, back me into a corner instead. On this night, the court would now hear the defense's theory and evidence. Never mind, man. The small little cogs in my streamer brain are rolling. But I think I have an idea. It's inside. It can't have been outside, I don't think. Obviously, the body must have been hidden somewhere inside Chesapeake. Interesting. But where could the body have been hidden inside the restaurant? Show on the plans. In the kitchen. The body was hidden here. I see. A superstition. The real question is, can you back it up? Okay, I have a hunch. I'm gonna roll with it because I have this. Take that. Mr. Armstrong, do you recognize this bottle? No. I've never seen an ugly bottle in my life. I only use the very best bottles, Manzor. It's the lightest quality. Oh, it's the highest quality, only from me. Where's that bottle found, Mr. Wright? Interesting enough, Your Honor. It was found in the kitchen of Tribulations. What? But I only ever use these bottles when I run with therapy oils. But this bottle doesn't carry aromatherapy oil, Mr. Armstrong. It contains a medication. What kind of medication? I'm sure everyone remembers, don't they? That Mr. Elk visited a... I swear that word again. Otto Larry Nuclear... Let me try it again. Otto Larry Nucleological Clinic. I was given medication that day. Can't be serious. The defense had the contents of the bottle analyzed and added the results here. Contents of the bottle matched the prescription that was given to Mr. Elk. Dylan's murderer hid the body in the restaurant kitchen, at which time the swallow fell out of the victim's pocket. Mr. Armstrong? When the incident occurred, didn't he say you were in the kitchen? Montague? You know what I'm about to say? It was you who hit the victim's body. You did a fine job pretending to defend my client, Megan Bird. However, you were setting her up to take the fall behind the poor girl's back. Order? This is an extraordinary development. Witness? Did you murder Mr. Lennox? Never. That does a horrible thing. Mr. Glodot? No. Bitterness. That's how you get lied to. I always down a mug of coffee. It's one of my rules. Yeah, just nice idea how many cups you just had by now. Then I'd like to do the same to the person who lied to me. I'd like to take the down with my empty cup. Listen up, chef. Put a brand new flavor in your ear, my age-deficient friend. The violence has been put in. Please, you must hear me out. It is a trap. Listen to me. Por favor. Yo hablo español, Mr. Armstrong, and por favor is Spanish. I'm only gonna ask you once. Did you do it? No. Absolutely none. I Let's hear it. You got one shot, right, Gramps? Witness, the court will permit you the chance to make one final statement. If you lie on the oath again, Mr. Godot's coffee mug awaits you. As does my gavel. Oi, it is clear. What did I always say in the movies? I've got a bad feeling about this. It feels like deja vu somehow. Like I've said this before. Prepare now. Begin your final testimony, Mr. Armstrong. The confession. Also, my mouth. It requires water. Also, 1 sec. Apologies, I may have overindulged in water. Anyway, let me switch things again. I had too much water when I was between breaks. It is true. I had the body in the kitchen. My man forced me to do it. I had no choice. I had to go along with him because it was the reason why I could not refuse. But I did not kill him. I swear it. You must believe me. You were forced? By who? I cannot say. It'll be erased. Okay, let's try a different question then. When Mr. Elk died, was he really the only person at his table? There was... There was another man. You're right. Mickey was telling the truth. Because I'm a witness, it's just one more thing I need to do. I gotta break this guy and give him to tell us the name of the real killer. Did you carry the body by yourself? Oi, I carried him. And I carried Maggie too. Maggie too? When she saw the victim collapse, she fainted. I could not leave us there. Why did you hide the bodies? One man. Who was he? No, I cannot say. I fear for my life. He's really scared. You just have to put the words in his mouth, Nick. Alright, if you won't tell me, I'll tell him. I think I know who, but I'm not sure if it's this or the previous portion I need to eat the person's name at. Anyway, what reason would this be, Mr. Armstrong? You know Manzora. Yes. Surely you cannot expect a young waiter to talk about such an advertisement. A meeting? You're a bit old to get away with that. And a bit too masculine. I can't finish the cross-examining without establishing his reason. So I'll just have to prove it with evidence. Okay, I think I have an idea. Otherwise, it might be the other way around, in which case, again, the carriage before the horse. Do I not have that? Oh, there it is. Objection. Okay, I wasn't the other way around this time, was. You have $500,000 debt, don't you? $500,000? Is that true, Mr. Armstrong? Anyway, this is the soul. I was ready to week and I brought the money. This is Mr. Armstrong's Achilles heel. And that's why you couldn't refuse anything asked of you by this man. Take that. A $500,000 loan from a black market loan shark. And you had no way of paying it back, did you? That's why you're forced to do anything this man told you. Boy, it is as you say. Mr. Armstrong. The tiger. He told me he was going to use my restaurant for a business rendezvous. On the day in question, he was meeting the victim to the man that he would pay. No, that he would pay the loan. swear too much heavy French. I don't know why it happened like that. I just did what he told me to do. I had no choice. I carried the body and the inconscient Maggie out of the dining area and into the kitchen. After that, I just tried to forget what I seen. I think we can now safely say that the man who forced your hand was Mr. Frio Tigre. I do have one further question for you, Mr. Armstrong. Wasn't it a lottery ticket that I found in the defendant's apron pocket? Was that you doing as well? No, I knew nothing about that. Making it look like it was Maggie who done it. I was not. It is despicable. Mr. Godot, you will summon a spirit of Tiger as a witness. I doubt that could be arranged today, so we will adjourn for now. Proceedings will continue tomorrow. Tuh. 30 minutes. Nani? Trial will go on. I'll see to it myself. I need half an hour to get the guy to stand. Not a minute more. How the... Just sit back and relax yet, right? No one knows if that chef is really telling the truth or not. This trial can still go either way. Fair enough. Your request is granted, Mr. Godot. We will presume once Mr. Taggart is ready to take the stand. Until then, what is adjourned for the 30-minute recess? To be continued in the next session. I definitely don't have time to cross-examine the tiger, but we definitely will in the next session. Like I say, this trial is really heating up. Yeah, that's what we'll do next time.